Welcome back to the Radio Hot My podcast. Today, we are not just talking about news, we are talking about poetic justice. What do we mean by poetic justice? On January 7, 2026, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja granted bail to the former Chief Law Officer of Nigeria, Abubakar Malami. The irony of the whole situation is that for years, Abubakar Malami was the one who decided who stays behind bars regardless of what the judges said. Now he's waiting for the gates to open. Today, we look at the man, the mandate, and the massive irony of a senior advocate of Nigeria finally needing the protection of the courts he once ignored. We all know that Abubakar Malami, in his 8 years as the Attorney General of Nigeria, disobeyed more court orders than any other Attorney General has ever done. And each time he disobeyed these court orders, he claimed it was for national interest. He once infamously said that national interest overrides the rule of law. What does he mean by national interest? National interest means personal interest. It means political interest. Because how do we really tell which one is national interest and personal interest? Is it national interest to the rule of law or national interest to the political ambitions of the president of the government in charge? It's difficult to tell. So that is why we have to summarize it as personal interest. Because this is a man on several occasions ignored blatantly the judge's decisions. Now he's crying wolf in the opposition, claiming that he is being targeted. We're not saying that there are no political implications of his arrest and detention. All we're saying is that he did even worse during his time. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you wherever you are watching me from. Welcome to the Radio Hot Mic. Smash the like button, follow, subscribe if you are enjoying my podcast. Now, for more context, Abubakar Malami, his wife, and his son are facing a 16-count charge by the EFCC involving allegedly money laundering and property acquisitions worth over 212 billion naira. 212 billion in 8 years. That is massive. Go to social media and look at his houses, or the alleged houses they're talking about. Some of them in Gese Phase 2 in Birnin-Kebbi. Some of them in Abuja. It's massive. It's something else. Now, the problem I have with this particular government is selective justice. You have Abubakar Malami in court. You have Yaya Bello, who we all know his own story, dancing in his village during the Christmas holiday, declaring his interest to run for Senate. He's even been given a new appointment by the APC government. And it is the same EFCC chairman that said he's going to prosecute Yaya Bello till the last. But all of a sudden, Yaya Bello is innocent until proven guilty. But Malami is in court. Yeah, Nigerian justice system. I'm not here to talk about what they claim Malami did, or where they claim he mismanaged money or alleged to have stolen funds or looted funds. I've done that before. Check in the earlier video. I think last month I did that. I covered that. I'm here today to cover the court order, or the court orders Malami ignored, or why he was the Chief Law Officer of Nigeria. He was Attorney General. It was his job. He made it his job to ignore court orders. He was the prosecutor. He was the judge. He implemented it. He was the jury. One man during the government of Muhammadu Buhari. Malami did and undid. Now he's the same man that wants justice, that is crying for justice. You know, one thing we have to realize is that what goes around comes around. Let's look at Sambo Dasuki. On several occasions, on 4 occasions, the courts said he should be released. Abubakar Malami ignored those calls totally. He kept Sambo Dasuki in jail. That was the first case. Kept him in jail until the international pressure became so much. For months, years, before he finally released Sambo Dasuki. Are we talking about Ibrahim El-Zakzaky, the apparent leader of the IMN in Kaduna? He was arrested, charged to court. The Federal High Court ordered for him to be released and provided a house. The same Abubakar Malami and the DSS ignored it. They ignored it. They kept him in jail, claimed he has to be in jail for national interest. So which national interest supersedes the rule of law. Where did he read this? Where did he get his law degree from? It's all about personal interest. Simply because this El-Zakzaky practiced a different Islam from the one the likes of Abubakar Malami practiced. And they felt he was a threat. Then came the bloody protests in Abuja that several people were wounded simply because he wasn't released. He would have simply released this man. Can we talk about Omoyele Sowore? Despite meeting his bail conditions in 2019, the DSS and Malami disregarded the court order. Sowore was infamously rearrested in front of the judge. Yes, Google is your friend, your best friend. Check it out. Sowore, the alleged or the owner of the Sahara Reporters and the former presidential aspirant, was put in jail when the judge said he should be released and he met his bail condition. He was rearrested. It's only under Malami that I saw that the judge can say he should be released. They'll arrest you on that very day. Abubakar Malami, one man, somebody we never knew about. We don't even know where Buhari picked him up from. We don't know. No one knows him. How many cases has he won in court? How many? Simply because he was the legal advisor of the CPC, the Buhari side or the Buhari sect of the APC. Remember, APC is a union of the AMPP, ACN, CPC, and some PDP people like Bukola Saraki and Tambuwa. Are we talking about the Supreme Court Naira swap filing, where the Supreme Court said they should stop the swap? Remember how difficult the problem this Naira swap was. It was so political. With Emefiele claiming some politicians who hid money. What are they? How is politicians storing money the business of Nigerians? I'm not defending politicians storing money. I'm not gonna do that. But if you know some politicians stored money in soccer ways and all tanks, why couldn't they prosecute these politicians? Why did the system allow them to store this money? Why do Nigerians have to suffer for the Naira swap? Because these guys who stored this money did not suffer. They all claimed they gave, I think it was 4 months or 2 months for this Naira swap. So many people died. You go to bank didn't have the new Naira. People were actually using old money to buy new money. Only in Nigeria. Emefiele is still in jail. And tomorrow they come and tell us that Buhari was not corrupt. He didn't know all these things were happening. Under Buhari, this is Attorney General was disregarding the rule of law. Was regarding just the decisions made by judges. And you tell me Buhari is a national hero. Man, don't tell me that. I'm too enlightened to be deceived. Buhari is the worst civilian president Nigeria has ever had. Go and check it. You look at inflation, look at civil unrest, disregard for rule of law, food inflation, exchange rate. The only thing Nigeria enjoyed was the fuel subsidy. Only. He met a good government, the fastest growing economy. Yes, Jonathan had some corruption cases or corruption problem. Massive, yes. Lots of corruption in Jonathan's administration. But the economy was working far better than under Buhari. You can't even compare the corruption that Jonathan's administration was accused with Buhari, not to talk of this present government. And this present government told us that the election statement was that they are going to build on Buhari's policies. And they claim people voted them. So many things happened in that elections. So many. We'll not talk about that today. We'll leave it for another day. Let's leave it for another day. Let's go with Malami. The civil society groups like SERAP recorded over 40 court orders that Malami's Justice Department blatantly ignored or delayed. 40 in 8 years. 40. Massive. This same man now is begging to be free. See the irony of the whole situation. He's accused of 212 billion mismanagement or looting. And now, the only thing he's saying is he's targeted. He's not talking about what he did. Yes, you can be targeted. Nobody's arguing about if you're targeted. We all know you're targeted. You look at Chris Ngige. He was a labor minister. He contested against Tinubu. Immediately he was released from jail. He went for the next meeting. Watch the video. Or look at the pictures. Chris Ngige, who has never attended the next meeting, went straight from jail to the next meeting with his suit sitting in front, observing and writing down. He has to remind the APC he's a part of them. They can't prosecute him. It's Chris Ngige. Go and watch or look at the pictures. Immediately from bail, he went straight to the next meeting to remind the APC that I'm one of your own. I'm like Fubara. Let my sins be forgiven. Forgive my sins just like you forgive him for bad. He's a new creator. Adam Social once said it. He said it. Watch the video. We are going to hold these guys accountable. You all know Raging Hot Mike. I always tell you what this. I go by their statements and by their action. I don't fabricate stories. I don't bring emotional cases. I give you empirical evidence. Kisige went straight from jail to the next meeting to remind the APC. So Malami is claiming he's targeted. You're targeted. We all know you're targeted. But does it mean you didn't do it? No. You will still face justice. Yabelo will have his day. If not in this administration, another administration. You disregarded 40 court orders, and yet you want justice for yourself and your child and your wife. This is a warning to everybody that power is transient and doesn't stay with you forever. Also, the Oga or the top won't be there forever to protect you. No. Malami once argued that the national interest is higher than the rule of law. So is the national interest still higher than the rule of law? I want journalists to ask him that question. Abubakar Malami, you were fishing in troubled waters. Now, you are being haunted. You have your day in court. And you will pay for all the atrocities you committed as the Attorney General of the Federation. Thank you all for watching. Join us next time. Smash the like button, follow and subscribe. Bye bye.